I've shared with you our plans for Windsor to become the first Canadian city to green its transit fleet. We all know the benefits of a clean, green, electric transit fleet. Operating the fleet at a fraction of our current cost with zero emissions. I shared with you that we were in active negotiations with BYD, a company that makes electric buses out of China. Since then, many of you followed our developments over the course of the year, and some have rightly focused on the obvious. BYD buses are not on our streets. And as a result, BYD will not locate their assembly here. As I said in my State of the City address last year, quote, I caution, these are complex and very involved discussions. There is much work to be done over the next month to get both parties to the point where we are able to move forward to the next step. The city is being prudent in the implementation because we recognize that some of these leading-edge technologies have not yet been proven in North America. That's what I said then. And here's what happened next. Their buses have not received Canadian federal and provincial approvals, and I did not approve the purchase order. We were responsible. Other jurisdictions in the U.S. moved forward with BYD, and I invite you to contrast their approach with our approach. Take the time, search their headlines. We always do our due diligence. We never want to be the city that purchases buses that cannot be used. But that doesn't mean we give up. Not when there's an opportunity for our city. I believe in the merits of electrifying our transit fleet and the economic and environmental benefits to our community. So we moved on, and we discovered Proterra. Proterra was founded in 2004 and is headquartered in Greenville, South Carolina. It is led by a world-class management and engineering team with deep experience in heavy-duty vehicles, state-of-the-art manufacturing, and advanced technology and energy storage. Proterra's products have helped numerous transit agencies across the United States to meet their objectives of electrifying their transit fleets. Their goal is to revolutionize public transportation by providing the most fuel-efficient bus that offers the lowest carbon footprint of any bus on the road and the best total cost of ownership of transportation. Our negotiations have been ongoing and have been productive and continue. Our goal remains the same, to become the first Canadian city to green its transit fleet in the short term and to work with Proterra in establishing its presence in Canada to the point where we can facilitate future investment by them here in our city, in our region. And there will be more to follow in the coming months. Most of us living in this region appreciate that we're a part of a larger metropolitan area of 7.5 million people. Crossing the border is just a way of life for many among us. Each day, 5,000 healthcare professionals and over 1,000 students, engineers, and others cross from their homes here to go and work across the river while remaining proudly Canadian. Several months ago, I became aware of some of the challenges that Detroit-based companies were having and experiencing, filling some of their information technology staffing needs. So I made some calls, and I reached out to my friends at Quicken Loans. Most of us are familiar with Quicken Loans. They're the #1 online mortgage lender in America, closing loans in all 50 states. They're now one of the largest full-service residential mortgage lenders in the United States. They have 10,000 staff with more than 8,000 now working in the city of Windsor. They've been named to Fortune's list of 100 best companies to work for the past 10 years, ranking as high as #2. They were named Computer World's magazine's #1 place to work in IT, and most recently they were named for the 4th consecutive year the Detroit Free Press Top Workplace. Workplace Dynamics named them #1 on their national top workplace list for 2013. And their headquarters, as I mentioned, is in downtown Detroit, just on the other side of the tunnel. I reached out to them and asked them if they would consider giving our residents a chance to fill some of their IT positions. And they said yes. In the next few weeks, we'll be launching together with Quicken Loans a virtual job fair for Quicken Loans right here in Windsor. One of the recent achievements that we can all be proud of is the diversification of and a more balanced downtown. Our plans to diversify downtown continue, and we are grateful to the many examples of private sector leadership in our downtown renaissance. Our university has begun the transformation of the former Windsor Star building, with the armories and the bus terminal to follow. Recently, we announced that Catholic Central will be anchored at the corner of McDougall and Wyandotte, and their exciting plans are proceeding. The Windsor International Aquatic and Training Center will soon reopen and the water park will follow. Speaking of which, there's a family that I'd like to introduce you to, and it's the Konopaski family. Mom, Christine, is here with Anika, who's 5, Dalen, and Elise. Christine, are you here? Where are you? There you are. She's got young children. John is at work, and the newborn Laura is at home. They stepped out because the kids needed a break. I want to introduce you to them because the family, specifically 5-year-old Anika, is the winner of the Name the Water Park contest. Her submission was selected from 900 plus received, and the new name of our water park, thanks to Anika and family, is Adventure Bay Family Water Park, presented by WFC. Thank you, Christina, thank you, Anika and family. I hope every time that you guys swim at the park, you enjoy it. And the bragging rights belong to you, of course. And thanks to Windsor Family Credit Union and their members for their continued community support and corporate generosity. Downtown has come a long way, but there is more to do. The next development in our downtown will include a new city hall in 2017. And I've been around long enough to know better. Politics 101, never mention a new city hall. Never mention a new city hall. So let me be clear. Deteriorating conditions at our city hall building can no longer be ignored. Windows are leaking, mechanical and electrical systems are failing, and they require replacement. The building is failing. It's as simple as that. We've pushed it as far as we can, and we would be lucky. We would be lucky if it lasts until 2017, when a new one would be ready 3 years from now. In fact, I don't think it'll last. The presence of asbestos drives up the cost of remediation to the point where it's economically smarter to build new, let alone provide safer working conditions for our employees. This will not be an iconic build. It will not be an iconic build. It will complement the existing 400 building, and it will not require a tax increase. It will not impact your taxes. But a new building will create a new opportunity. We have finalized our discussions with the tenant, which would be interested in co-locating with us, and you can expect to hear more next week and in the next few months. More importantly, this co-location has opened the door for yet another opportunity. I've been in discussions with Dr. Wilton about bringing another faculty to our downtown. And as I've often said, I will always find a way to make a deal to bring more students downtown. And that offer applies equally to the college and to the university. As we've seen, adding campuses to our downtown has triggered private investment and residential growth in our core. I'll have more to say about this exciting and important opportunity for our city in the following days and weeks to come. 10 years ago this month, and in each election since, voters chose a plan that would transform our city. We sought out to reposition our city as a modern and affordable community. And although we were tested along the way by the cruelest recession in generations, we never lost focus. We never lost sight of our vision of a better tomorrow. And we never gave up. Today, we are a very different city than we once were. Proud of our history, mindful of our many sacrifices, humbled by our experience, yet confident in our strengths. Today, Windsor is repositioned. We are ready to take on the challenges of tomorrow and win. We did the heavy lifting, made the difficult decisions, and carefully laid out our direction, methodically executing our plan in a control-freak manner to turn our city around, to steer her well against the odds, the doubts, and the distractions. We've emerged as a stronger, better city. Today, most, not all, but most will agree that our city is better poised for the future than we were 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Most would agree that Windsor of today looks different. It's more modern, offers more amenities. Today our city feels different, more progressive. It acts different. It's more confident, more global, more diverse, and perhaps most importantly of all, proud. Together, we fought through adversity, grief and circumstance, building our city up. And despite challenge after challenge, crisis after crisis, we overcame. And today our city is better off and more secure. She is stronger. With a steady resolve and a determined spirit, we've been moving our city, our community, our region, our Windsor forward. Friends, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. But we can't rest. We can't go back. For to do so would only undermine the sacrifices made, the momentum achieved, and the benefits we all enjoy together. And we must ask ourselves, what is our plan for the next 5 years, the next 10 years? What will Windsor look like? How will it be perceived? Will it be the same progressive, modern, affordable community it is today? With a strong and respected budgets, with a modern feel and increasing economic diversification? Will it be a city that continues to put the interests of the taxpayers first and foremost? Or will it revert back to the old days and old ways? We are building a new Windsor. We are repositioned. We are more diversified. We are strong in fiscal position, and we are proud. The state of our city is well. The state of our city is well, but we have more to do. And we are ready to shape an even better future for the great city that we all call home. Thank you.